Hello, everyone. Pathway to Us is back at your screen again. So my name is Juvaina, your host for today, and I'm here with Grant Cobron, one of our migration agents here with Pathway to Us. Say hi, Grant. Yeah,
Good
guys.
afternoon, everyone. Greetings from the Gold Coast. I hope you're well.
Yeah, actually, guys, we should be having Paolo with us today, or with one of our education agent from the Philippines. But unfortunately, due to some typhoon issue currently going on the Philippines, so there's like an internet issue going on. So I think that's the reason why he can't come with us today. But you don't need to worry, everyone, because I have here our migration agent who will be assisting you as well and coordinating with you, clarifying regarding student visas and migration concerns. Okay, so guys, if you don't know about Pathway to Us, so we are an education and migration agency. So we process visas. So we assist you with the processing of your visas. I also wanted to clarify with you guys, with the watchers currently, that Pathway to Us is not a recruitment agency. So we don't provide sponsorship and employment. So when you have your potential employer in the future, and that's the time we sit in with you, like you book a consult with us for your sponsorship visa. Okay, so yeah, let's proceed with introducing Grant, I guess.
Thank you very much, JV, and good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful winter's day here on the Gold Coast. I hope wherever you are, you're having a great day. I was sorry to hear about the typhoon situation in the Philippines, and we obviously hope everyone there is safe and well. Look, my name's Grant Colbron. I'm a senior registered migration agent here at Pathway to Oz. And I'll be with you here today to answer all of your visa-related questions. Very simple summary. I've been in the industry 32 years in total, both as a senior executive with the Department of Home Affairs, as an serving Australian diplomat in various Australian embassies and high commissions around Southeast Asia, and then lastly as a registered migration agent. I've been registered and continually practicing since 2012. So look, I've been there, done that. I've seen it all before. My specialty sits largely in general skilled migration, employer sponsored migration, and if and when it returns, business migration. I look forward to hearing from everyone today, to hearing whatever questions that you have. I can also just give everyone a quick overview of probably the most key thing that's happened in the last few weeks in migration, and that's what's called the ministerial direction. So the Minister for the Department of Home Affairs issues what's called a ministerial direction. He has not previously done one since 2023, so this one's very important. And what his ministerial direction is directing his department, so the Department of Home Affairs, as to what the priorities of government are. And those priorities of government in terms of general skilled migration. So he set what the priority queues are. There's certain critical sectors, and I'm sure we'll talk about all of that later, but in summary, it's law enforcement and defence capability, construction, healthcare, education. They're your critical sectors, and then beyond that, the priorities for general skilled migration onshore and general skilled migration offshore. So I'm happy to go through that as the course presents, and to see whatever questions people have. So welcome everyone, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Grant. Yay, guys. Okay. So By the way, okay, thank you so much, Grant, for introducing yourself and sharing some knowledge about that Ministerial Direction 119, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And guys, okay, so this live is about assisting you with all your concerns. So feel free to comment down below all your concerns so that our team can give you some idea. I mean, our migration agent can give you some ideas with regards to your cases and everything like that. So feel free to comment down below, guys. And by the way, don't forget, we will be having a mini games later on. So with the consultation, guys, I wanted to clarify this thing as well. So here with Pathway to Us, we offer free consultation for student visa while we have a fee with a migration consultation. So that's $220 for 45 minutes. And by just watching and being with us here with multi-streaming event, you might have a chance to win a free migration consult with Grant, of course. So guys, stay there, watch us today. Please share this to your families and friends so that they will be notified and they know that this type of event is coming, we are going and we are doing this type of events here with Pathway to Us. So they might be considering, if they are considering coming here in Australia or migrating here in Australia, they will be informed and aware of what are the process and what are those things that they needed to know. Okay, so stay there. And let's chat on you later on, guys. So Grant, actually, since we don't have Paolo here today, I just wanted you to share. You've been in a lot of countries, I know, based on your stories and everything like that. So you've been in a lot of countries here in world, you know what I mean. And I wanted you to share with them the benefit of coming here in Australia. Being
Yeah, look, and thank you for the question, JV, and it's a great one because everyone will experience Australia in their own way. People might have history with Australia, might have family or friends connections with Australia, but for me, what the real key is in terms of the feedback that I get. I mean, I'm not going to tell you my personal opinion. I'm going to share with everyone what the feedback is I've got from the many clients that I've helped over the years. And some of the things I love about Australia for professional people is work-life balance. All right. It's a huge one. It's something that sounds so simple, but again, I've been blessed with the opportunity to work in many parts of the world where work-life balance is not the same as what it is in Australia. So typically in Australia, most people will work around about 8 hours a day, and they'll then have the freedom outside of that to be able to switch off from their work, enjoy their leisure activities, enjoy their family time, enjoy socialising, enjoy sport. Those sort of things are very important to people's health. And the balance that work and life in Australia affords is amazing. Most people in Australia work 38 to 40 hours a week, and the rest of their time is at their leisure. So most people love that. Medical facilities is something that Australia is world famous for. The Medicare public health system is an amazing, truly amazing thing. Our public hospital system, general practitioner network, and all of those things are very highly regarded. Infrastructure, in terms of transport infrastructure, airports, roads, rail, very, very high in terms of engineering quality, in terms of usefulness, and in terms of affordability as well. I mean, here on the Gold Coast is a classic example. I mean, public transport costs 50 cents, and for 50 cents you can travel all the way up to Brisbane, so it's something that Australians do make strong use of because the quality of transport infrastructure is very high. Equal opportunity is another really big thing. People in Australia is a multicultural country. It always has been. We're very diverse in terms of the background of those people that make up Australia. So, in the workplace and in all aspects of life in Australia, we're very warm and welcoming people. We embrace new culture and the opportunity to learn from each other. And that is something, again, from a lifestyle perspective, that many of my migrants over many years have said that they truly appreciate. So, I mean, there are others, but that to me is probably the big ones. Is, you know, how well adjusted migrants are in Australia, because the support systems are there, the lifestyle is there, the balance, and that key medical and transport infrastructure.
Yeah, true. Actually, Grant, guys, I just wanted to share with you, okay, because I'm also a student visa before. And based on Grant, what told you guys is that when I was like in student visa, what I like about Australia as well is that I can really do the work-life balance. So like I can study while working and also enjoying Australia. Like, you know, doing some activities, going somewhere to like do tourism and things like that. And there's a lot of things you will grow here. If I don't want to compare it with our country, it's just that you can help yourself not comparing to your country, to be honest, because there's really a big difference, especially when it comes to the support of the government and things like that, that I noticed when I came here in Australia. And yeah, and there's a lot coming on our country right now, like in the Philippines, because I came from the Philippines, guys. So I cannot compare, but I can't stop myself comparing it. So yeah, everything that you told them, Grant, is really 100%. So I can guarantee you as well, guys, that there's really a growth when you come here in Australia, especially when it comes to working. Because back in the Philippines, when I was like working, I worked 8 hours a day when I was back in the Philippines as a sales. And when I come here, you can enjoy studying, you can still study. But when I was like in college back in the Philippines, I studied the whole day and I can't even work because it exhausts me. The studying is exhausts me that time, because you've been studying Monday to Fridays, but you can't do things aside from studying. So like here, when you're studying, you can also work, you can also enjoy life. So that's what we are saying here, guys, that there really a big difference when you come here in Australia. So you can also do some research, guys, because there's a lot of TikTok content creators doing some contents about Australia to know more about Australia. So by the way, guys, since we don't have our educational agent now with our multi-streaming live, but you don't need to worry, because this month we also have our webinar. So with the webinar, we talk about student visa with that webinar. So you are free to join, guys. You can get the free ticket in our website. So that's pathwaytous.com. Go to the events and you can get the ticket for the webinar. And with that webinar, you will learn about student visa. So for today, guys, let's focus with migration, because yeah, we have our migration now, and the education agent will assist you as well with our webinar. I think that's August 28th. So take note of it, guys. Okay, go to our website, get your ticket. It's free. Okay. All right. Let's. I just wanted to also ask you, love. Like, this is the second question. Like, I wanted you to give them an idea the process of migrating here in Australia, because I know a lot of people like just thinking that they can just go here in Australia, like it's easy for them. You know what I mean? Like they just wanted to come here in Australia and they can come, but it's not that easy. So maybe you can share with them the process of migrating.
Yeah, sure, JV. So look, I mean, I'd answer your question by saying the two major categories for migration to Australia are either general skilled migration or employer sponsored. Okay, that's a very short summary. They're your two paths. General skilled migration, many people already know of. It's the process whereby, firstly, you'll have your skills assessed against an occupation that's in demand. You'll then move into the process of the expression of interest, where you're claiming your points under the points test. You might have a state nomination requirement in there as well. And then if you're invited to apply for the permanent visa, then you move on to that. So that's general skilled migration. Skills assessment, expression of interest, visa application. For many people that are already in Australia, such as, great example is how many international students who study in Australia and then get into a graduate visa, or whilst they're studying in Australia are working for an employer who's looking to sponsor them. And employer sponsorship is a different thing, because in many cases you don't need a skills assessment, but in some situations you do, depends on the occupation. But essentially, if your employer is willing to sponsor you, they sponsor you, they nominate you for a vacancy. There could be things like testing the labour market. There's certain salary conditions and the like that have to be met. But they then sponsor you for your visa. Usually it'll be the temporary visa first, and then after a period of at least 2 years full time, can then sponsor you for the permanent visa. So general skill migration is independent or state nominated, and then employer sponsored, which is obviously employer sponsored to get through to the end goal. But both allow for permanent residency as the end result. And yeah, quite frankly, that's 99% of what we do here at Pathway to Oz, is either skilled migration or employer sponsored.
True love. So yeah, take note of that, guys. Like, because when you want to migrate in Australia, there are some cases that you needed to check. You needed to be qualified as well. So that's the thing that we do here with Pathway to Oz. So if you want to book a consult with Grant or with one of our migration agent to check your eligibility, feel free to jump on our website, okay? Because you're gonna learn a lot about migrating here in Australia as well if you go to our website and read some articles that we posted, like blogs. So we have a lot of blogs as well, that if you are in the same case, actually everything is like different, like, right, Grant? So, but with our website as well, you will learn a lot. You will have an idea and things like that. So feel free to visit our website. And when you think that you really need to book a consult, then feel free to book a consult with one of our migration agents to check your eligibility in migrating here in Australia. So it's not that easy, guys. That's why you need to check your status or your case as well. Okay? All right. So, Grant, I prepped some questions for you. So this is just a general question that we always talk about with the previous lives that we have. So, Marianne, can we please show the question number 1? Thank you so much. Okay. Is there an occupation where you don't need a skill assessment for sponsorship?
Yes, there are many. And, the answer to this question is when we're talking about employer sponsorship for the temporary visa, which is the subclass 482. Okay. The vast majority of employer-sponsored subclass 482 visas do not require a skills assessment. Okay. Trade occupations, it's mandatory. So, for example, your carpenters, your plumbers, bricklayers, painters, electricians, etc. That has a mandatory skills assessment because they are licensed trades in Australia. The vast majority, though, of occupations, so all of your, I guess for want of a better term, your office-based sort of occupations, your professional occupations in offices, white collar, they do not require a skills assessment for the 482 visa. And the advantage too is that if you're using what's called the transition stream, so you get the 482 visa, you work 2 years full time, and then transition into being sponsored for the permanent visa, the 186, there's no skills assessment for that path either. So it's a very viable, very well populated visa category for people to pursue.
All right. Thank you so much, Grant, for answering that question. Hope to those watching out there and who is after sponsorship and things like that, you take note of everything that Grant is saying or telling you guys, because this will really help you to clarify those concerns of that you have in your mind. So please stay there and watch our live so you will have some ideas. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Grant. And we proceed with question number 2. if I'm currently on my 491 visa, can I work anywhere?
No. Is that an easy answer? No. So,
True. It's a so straight
look,
answer. No.
so look, the subclass 491 visa is part of the state nominated suite of visas, and it's state nominated for you to be in a regional location in a state. Okay, so what your requirement is on that visa is that you live and work, if you have children, that they study in that regional location. And the reason that it's important is on the 491 visa, you have to do 3 years of living, working, studying in that location so that you then are eligible to apply for the permanent visa, which is a subclass 191. Okay, so very, very important that on that 491 visa you comply with those conditions, and you do have to evidence it when you come to the 191 application. You need to show evidence of your address, evidence of your employment, evidence of where your children are studying, so that you can then apply for the permanent visa, the 191, which is your goal. Okay, you would go through all of the processes to get the 491 so that in time you could then get the permanent visa. So yeah, that was the long answer, but the short answer is you must live and work and study in the regional location.
All right. Thank you so much, Grant. So to those watching out there that are in the 491 visa currently, please take note of those things that Grant tell you guys. Okay. All right. So you can't work anywhere. All right. Thank you so much, Grant. And we proceed to our question number 3. It's not a question actually. It's just that I want you to do the 482 versus 186 because there's a lot of people like wanted to have the clarification of this visa. So guys, listen there. Grant will explain. Thank you so much.
Okay, so look, both employer-sponsored visas. Okay, the 482 visa is a temporary visa. The 186 visa is the permanent visa. So there's 2 ways to get to the end goal of permanent residence here. You either use the 482 visa, whereby you're sponsored and you work for 2 years in your nominated occupation, and then after 2 years, your employer can then sponsor you again for the permanent visa, the 186. This is called the transition stream. So you're transitioning from a temporary visa to the permanent visa, transition stream. Okay. As I said in an answer to an earlier question, for most occupations, this does not require a skills assessment. Okay. To be eligible for the 482, you have to be suitably qualified and at least 1 year of work experience to get the 482 visa. You then work for 2 years and you're then eligible to be employer sponsored again for the permanent 186. That's the transition stream. The other option, if you're eligible, is you can apply directly for the permanent visa, the 186, under what's called the direct entry stream. The requirements for this, though, are more complicated, more complex. Firstly, mandatory skills assessment. So you must get a skills assessment if you want to apply for the direct entry stream. You must also demonstrate at least 3 years of full-time work experience in the occupation. Again, obviously, employer sponsored. So applying directly for the permanent visa is direct entry stream, or if transitioning from temporary to the permanent is the transition stream. Okay. Hopefully that all makes sense to people there. There's 2 possible options. It all depends on your eligibility. Okay. And obviously having an employer sponsor who's willing to sponsor you.
Nice. Thank you so much, Grant. So guys, take note of all the things that Ran is mentioning you. So please take note, especially those who are going to have their 482 visa or 186 in the future. So yeah, and if you want to have your consultation with one of our migration agent, feel free to jump on our website, pathwaytous.com. You can book with them to clarify your case because it's always case to case basis. All right, so that's $220 for 45 minutes. Okay, so thank you so much for answering all that question, Grant. Guys, to those watching out there, feel free to comment down below all your concerns because after this mini games and also the video that we will be showing you who is Pathway to Us and things like that, we will be having our mini game and then the Q&A session. So all your concerns, feel free to comment down below. So we will try to help you guys with those concerns. And we will try our best with the span of 1 hour because I think we only have 30 minutes left. So feel free to comment down below all your concern now, guys, so we can run through it and then we can pick some questions and Grant can answer it. And hopefully those answers or the things that Grant will tell you will clarify your concerns. Or if you want to book more to have more clarification with your case, visit our website and book a consult. Okay. And now, guys, I wanted to share with you who is Pathway to Us. So, Marian, can we please showcase a video about Pathway to Us to our viewers so that they will know who is Pathway to Us? Okay. All right. Hold on for a minute, guys. Oh, I think we're having like a little bit of like uploading with the video currently, guys. But yeah, feel free to comment down below all your concern. We will just showcase the video later on. So let's proceed with the game. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready out there? Because this one, if you manage to win, you will get a free migration consultation with Grant. So let's play, okay? So this is like a type of keyboard warrior game. So we will be showcasing the question, and then when you answer, please listen to this because you won't, like, if you comment, even though your answer is correct, but you didn't put the thing that I will tell you guys, your answer is not counted. Okay. So when you answer, please make sure to put the PTA plus your answer. Okay. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then our back end will showcase the question. And then once you know the answer, please type on the comment because the first commenter will be the winner. All right? Okay. So, are you ready? Please comment down below what countries you're in so that we can see that everyone is like coordinating with this event. Feel free to say hi to us, guys. And then if you wanted to say thank you as well to Grant because she will be the one assisting all your concerns later on. So feel free to comment down all the things you wanted to tell us, okay? All right, so I just wanted to say hi as well to those one who is commenting right now. So I want to say Rosemary, I think she's from the Philippines. We have Jeffrey, I think he's from the Philippines as well. And then we have Boo, we have Domingo, Rosemary again, with Shri, Josefina, Sairi, Ratu, Jeffrey, JB Bilyad. Hello guys, thank you so much for watching our live, and please do mention this to your families and friends that we have this type of event here with Pathway to Us. So if they have or they wanted to have or started their student visa or they wanted to migrate in Australia, check their eligibility to apply to any type of visas, feel free to book a consult with one of our migration agent or one of our educational agent, okay? So we have those two type of consultation here. The other one, the student visa is free and the migration is paid because you're gonna talk with a lawyer to check your case and everything like that. So currently, I'm gonna count. Okay, sorry, I'm so talkative. But yeah, feel free to comment down below all your concerns. And now we start our game. So in 3, we have some South Korea, Vanuatu Island. We have some from Philippines. Oh, a lot from Philippines. Yes, hi guys. Thank you so much for watching us. And now we proceed with the game. In 3, 2, 1, question. Okay, so this is the question, guys. What three-word site of Queensland is the world's largest coral reef system and became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1982? Okay, guys, please comment down your answer. So don't forget the PTA plus the answer. Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for watching our live today. We have Maria, Victoria, S, William, Elian, Malkit, Cruz, Ricalde, EJ, Domingo. Thank you so much, guys, for watching us today. And yeah, please. Oh, there's someone watching from Canada as well. Tess, Mab. Thank you so much, guys. I want the answer in full answer. And don't forget the PTA because we need the correct answer. As of the moment, I don't see any correct answer. So guys, feel free to put your correct answer. All right. Guys, I think I have the answer now. Okay. So I'm gonna showcase winner. I'm gonna showcase here the winner, and then make sure to do a screenshot and then send me an email that you win. Okay, so this is my email under my picture here, and I'm gonna showcase who is the winner now. Here you go. So this is the first answer. Okay. All right. So she's Esther. She's Esther, guys. Congratulations. Can we have the congratulations there? Like the clapping. The clapping. That you win the event. So you will get a free migration consult with Grant. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for joining the game. And now we are proceeding to our Q&A. Guys, if ever that I didn't manage to, what do you call this? If ever that I didn't manage to, we didn't manage to answer all your questions, you don't need to worry because our event is weekly. So we have our TikTok, we have our multi-streaming event, we have our webinar. So please do follow like our social medias to be notified with all the events coming here. I mean, going on here with Pathway to Us. Okay. All right. So now, Grant, let's proceed with our Q&A session. Guys, start commenting all your questions and we will try to assist all of it. Okay. I'll try to be fast. Okay. I have this first question from Jerson Junior 3746. After completing a Bachelor of Community Service and not being able to apply for 485 visa due age, is the Master of Research a good option? Oh, I think this should be.
In short, the answer is yes, it is a good option because if you complete an appropriate master's degree, you may then open up a different age eligibility for the graduate stream up until the age of 50. So in short, yes, it's a good option for you to pursue. I'm assuming you're over the age of 35, therefore can't access the normal graduate stream. But if you do an appropriate master's program, then you can access the graduate visa stream up until the age of 50.
Nice. Thank you so much, Grant, for answering that question. Oh, there's one of the questions. I mean, it's not a question, but I just wanted to show care. Like, maybe they were just saying that the Department of Home Affairs is very slow in processing visas. But yeah, we think so too.
Look, and I don't disagree. It's very frustrating for us that deal with them all the time. I think the reality is, and I mentioned earlier about the ministerial direction, you know, the department is given priority processing. You know, they do have a preference for certain applications over others. So that's the on-flow effect. As the higher the priority, the quicker the processing is going to be.
Yeah, thank you so much, Grant. Actually, this question is quite confusing for me. So she said that from Krishma, hi, I have large study visas for master in IT. Upon that getting granted, do I get to work visas afterwards in the country? If yes, how long? And if you can advise in brief the process for it. I think she was like referring to
So,
other type of.
no, so Karishma, what you're talking about is the graduate visa, which is what I was talking about in an earlier question. So if you study a master's program here in Australia, assuming that it's of the appropriate duration and level, then you can access the graduate visa stream for a period of up to 2 years. That visa, the graduate visa, is one that allows you to work full time. And obviously, what most people would do is use that period to try to establish a good working relationship with an employer who might then in turn sponsor you for a 482 visa, or accrue enough work experience to apply for general skilled migration. So that's your path: study, graduate visa, and then into either employer sponsored or general skilled.
Thank you so much, La, for answering the questions. Can I put this question here? Can you still bring dependent if you take trade courses?
Look, the answer is yes. It's a shame that our study advisor's not here, because they'd go into more nitty gritty about what you're best to do is to apply for yourself initially, and then at a later stage have your dependent come as what's called a subsequent entrant. And the reason for that is the ease, not so much the ease, but it makes the process of the genuine temporary entrant criteria a little bit easier. So from a strategy perspective, that's how we'd normally do it, is recommend that the student come first, dependent then join under what's called a subsequent entry, so a secondary application.
Okay, Lab. So yeah, I think this question we can answer this like in a visa thingy, a migration visa lab, yeah, right? So I'm a teacher in the Philippines for 8 years. Is there an opportunity for me in Australia?
Yeah, Gail, in short, the answer is yes. Education is one of the critical sectors. Okay, so it's of a higher priority than the remainder of general skilled migration. So I mentioned briefly earlier, those critical sectors are law enforcement and defence capability, construction, healthcare, and education. Okay, so yes, it is an occupation that's in demand. You would have to go through the processes of skills assessment. So that would be assessment against your qualifications and your experience, to then move into a general skilled migration stream. But if you can get through the skills assessment components, then yes, it's an occupation that has very, very strong demand in Australia.
Nice. Thank you so much, Brian. So, Gail, if you want to have your consultation with our migration agents, feel free to visit the website, because there you can book a consult if you want grant, and then you can choose grant. And we also have a lot of migration agents that you can choose to. So feel free to visit our website and get your one-on-one consultation with them. Okay. Hope we answer your question, Gail. And now we proceed with another question from Winter Freires. All right. I am a plumber. Maybe you can help to find work. Windsor, here with Pathway to Us, we assist with the visas. We are not a recruitment agencies to assist with finding jobs or employer or sponsorship, but here we process with visas. So the reason why I wanted to highlight your question is that we just wanted to answer the plumber itself, like in a migration way. So, love, I need your assistance with the plumber thing. With the skilled, what do you call this? Skilled migration or something with the plumber job, plumbing.
Sorry, JV, my mic just sort of went out for a second there.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So look, I mean, as you said, we don't do the recruitment side of things, but certainly if the applicant was eligible, they'd have to do a skills assessment. Plumber being a trade occupation, is a mandatory skills assessment for any visa, be it the 482 or 186, or general skill migration. So that would be the first step if if the applicant wanted to get to Australia on any form of skilled visa, is to get the skills assessment done through Trades Recognition Australia.
All right, thank you so much, Grant, for answering that question. So yes, guys, so I wanted to reiterate that here with Pathway to Us, we assist with the visa processing. So we are not a recruitment agencies. We are not a recruitment agency, so we don't assist with finding employer or sponsorship. Okay. So yeah, if you want to check some employer, like finding jobs or things like that, you can visit some website, if I'm not mistaken, because I have a lot of Filipino friends that they managed to get their sponsorship by getting it in Indeed or Six. So you can visit those websites as well to check some employer. So once you have your employer, or once you have a potential employer who want to sponsor you, then that's the time we assist you guys. So you book a consult with our migration agent to check the eligibility of your work and also the eligibility of the employer. So yes. All right. So now let's proceed with another question from here. Okay. So from Merck's Tambio, I am an active seafarer right now, marine engineering and management level, a second engineer in particular. Do I have a chance, and what path should I take?
Look, great question. It's one of those things where I'd need to know a lot more information around, for example, your age, what your actual qualifications are, things like that. But as an occupation, marine engineer is available for skilled visas for Australia. So again, either general skilled migration or employer-sponsored paths do exist if you're eligible. But eligibility in the sense of general skilled migration, like I say, is things around your age, your English language ability, what your actual qualifications are, how many years of work experience you have. All of those things will become important factors for the points test. But yes, your occupation is certainly available for skilled migration or for employer-sponsored options.
Thank you so much, Grant. Hope Merks, you have a bit of clarification. So feel free to book a consult if you want to have your one-on-one consult with Grant. Okay, visit the website pathwaytos.com. All right, we proceed with the next question. Guys, sorry, I'm trying to assist all. We only have, I think, 16 minutes left, but we will try our best to assist all your questions that you commented. And you don't need to worry because we have our continuous event, okay? So please follow and like our social medias. Okay, we proceed with this next one, love, at Subash from Subash. Just wondering, how does 3 years skilled work experience is count if someone have done RPL and skill assessment is done through RPL Cert 3 and 4 and wants to apply 186?
Yeah, look, this is a situation that I've encountered many times before, and this is probably going to be an answer that the inquirer doesn't like, but unfortunately this is how it works. So when you do an RPL, and for the information of everyone out there, that's a recognition of prior learning assessment. When you do an RPL assessment, when you get the skills assessment outcome, you at that point essentially being granted the qualification that's required for that occupation. So it's actually the date that is issued is when you are deemed skilled. So your work experience commences only after that date that you are deemed skilled. So hopefully that makes sense. So in other words, the work experience that you've got leading into the RPL is what's called qualifying experience. It exists prior to you being deemed skilled. So your work experience only begins beyond that RPL date, unfortunately. Okay, I've seen this happen many, many times, but unfortunately that's the situation. So the date that's on your RPL outcome letter is the date that you're deemed to have achieved the Australian qualification, and your work experience only commences after that date.
Okay. Thank you so much, Grant. And Subash, hope we clarified your question. And yeah, we proceed with the next question. We have a lot of questions here, love, but let's try our best. You don't need to worry, viewers. We have another live coming on, so please like and follow our social medias. Okay, so from Taif, Ayu Kabir Daniel. So government is prioritizing onshore applicants. Does it mean they will prioritize onshore applicants over offshore applicants in terms of 189, 190, 491 invitation for some occupation and same points?
Yes, that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what the ministerial direction is. Yep.
Okay, Taif, I hope we answer your question, and it's a quick answer. Next, we proceed with question from JB Blyad. I don't know. I'm a welder before in Qatar and currently deck fitter in sea based. Is there an opportunity for me to work in Australia?
So again, because this is a licensed trade occupation, you would have to get a skills assessment. It is mandatory. You would have to get a skills assessment before you could pursue an employer-sponsored visa or skilled migration. So if you can get the skills assessment, then yes, there is opportunity for you. But that is the first part of the process for you.
Okay, thank you so much there, Grant. So guys, those who are watching here and who wanted to start their student visa, apologies because we don't have our education agent right now, but it's due to typhoon in the Philippines. But we have our event, guys. So it's mainly about student visa. So if you visit the website pathwaytos.com, you can check the events and get a free ticket for student visa webinar. Okay, so that will be end of this month. So please get your ticket because sometimes we don't have that event, guys, is free, and sometimes we offer some what do you call this scholarships and also discount from the partner or the guest that we invite to every event that we have for student visas. So guys, please join the webinar to learn more about it. Okay, so now we proceed with this question from Jeffrey. Hello, mom, dump truck driver. Hope they fit for me. Watching from Vanuatu Island. So I think he's asking about the dump truck driver skill thingy or something.
Yeah, look, it is possible. It does exist as employer sponsored under what's called a DARMA agreement. So that's a designated area migration agreement. It's a labour agreement. So there is possibility there, but there's a whole range of other criteria around age, English language ability, salary, all of those things. So we really would need to get all of the information together to assess the eligibility there.
Thank you so much, Grant. I have another question from Josephina. I have a daughter, a nurse, board passer. She wants to work in Australia. What is the first step? Nurse.
So, Josephina, it really depends on what the end goal is. Okay. Nurse being in healthcare is a critical sector in Australia, so it's certainly a high priority. If your daughter is looking to migrate to Australia under general skilled migration, then the first step of the process would be to get a skills assessment done as either a registered nurse or enrolled nurse, whichever occupation it is she's pursuing. So that's the first step of the process for general skilled migration. Then it's a matter of submitting an expression of interest and then subsequently being invited for the visa. If she's looking at an employer-sponsored option, well, the first thing is she'd have to find an employer who's willing to sponsor her. If she's currently outside of Australia, that might be complicated because the need would exist in Australia and need to be filled quickly. So I would suggest that the best thing to do would be to organise a consultation so that we can look at exactly what the qualification is and all the other attributes, age, English, all the work experience, so that we can see and map out a path to get her to the end goal, which I'm going to assume is permanent residence, not just simply to work. But yeah, we're better to do that in a consultation setting so we can assess eligibility properly and map out a plan.
True. Thank you so much, Grant. And I just wanted to answer this one, love. So Shri, hi Shri, I am coming to Australia agriculture working. Please give me Australian visa. Okay, if your concern, love, is a working visa or something, unfortunately we don't provide employments and sponsorship. So if you happen to have your employer or sponsor, then that's the time we assist you. And love, is there any chance you can give them an idea about the agriculture work? I mean, farming or something in the skilled migration thingy?
Again, there are certain occupations that do exist in agriculture, certainly agricultural scientists, agricultural technicians. It's really going to be a question of what qualification and what work experience the inquirer has to see if they fill the skill set required for those occupations. Okay, so again, we'd need the full range of information, but yes, there are agricultural occupations that are available.
Yes, hope we give you a bit of idea, Sri, with regards to agriculture. And yeah, if you want like a sponsorship or something, unfortunately, we don't assist with finding employer and sponsorship. So yeah, if you manage to get your employer, then you can book a consult with us for some clarification. Okay, now we proceed with the next one, love. So from Domingo Corpus Jr. Hello, I'm a CNC milling machine operator in South Korea. Can you help me start my journey to apply in Australia? So I don't know what's CNC milling.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I know what it is. Look, your occupation's available. Okay, it is on the core skills list. It is an occupation that is available. You will have to start with the skills assessment as exactly how you start your journey. So book in with us, have a consultation with us. We'll run through all of the eligibility requirements, review what your qualifications are and what your work experience is, so that we can then move into a skilled migration application for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Grant, for answering Domingo's question. And hope we give you a bit of idea. And then, yeah, feel free to book a consult, visit our website. All right. So sorry, guys. In 3 minutes, we wanted to showcase the video about Pathway to Us, guys. Okay, so you will have an idea who we are, what we do here with Pathway to Us, and what are the assistance you can get from Pathway to Us. Okay, let's answer one last question, love. You don't need to worry, guys, because we have our continuous events coming on. So feel free to like and share, follow our social medias. Okay, so you will be notified. One last question, love, that I would like you to answer, and then we proceed with the video. Oh, some of them are putting some Tagalog, like Filipino. But this is my last question, love. So from Felipe, I got Cert 3 and Cert 4 in mechanics here, but it's impossible to get a job. What should I do? So like, love, maybe we can just answer about the mechanics job, and then in the migration way. Then
So automotive, and I'm talking both light and heavy diesel mechanics, certainly in demand, certainly available for 482, 186, and also all the general skilled migration options. So I'm sorry to hear that you haven't been successful so far in obtaining a job offer. all I could say to you is keep trying. Okay. I appreciate that where you're currently located, that might be difficult. So perhaps consider if another location is going to be better for you. But, if you've gone through all of the hard work of studying in Australia, successfully completing your course, getting onto a graduate visa, etc., the best thing I could say to you is don't give up, keep trying to secure your employment, because you do that, then you can get into an employer-sponsored pathway.
True. And actually, love. Sometimes with Pathway to Us info team, I mean the admin team, sometimes get some calls from employers here in around what do you call this regional area here with what do you call this regional areas that they were looking for auto mechanics and things like that, even electricians. So maybe just try to do more application or something, research more with SIG and finding more job if you, yeah, because sometimes we receive some comments and questions like they were looking for employees. So feel free like to visit some, some website to find jobs. So don't lose hope. Don't give up in finding job, because I know there's still out there who are looking for employees, especially with the mechanics, auto mechanics and things like that. So yeah, Marian, can we please showcase the video now so that they will be informed who is Pathway to Oz?
Pathway to Oz is a migration and education agency. Set up in 2013, our head office is on the Gold Coast, Australia. However, we have staff located in 7 countries all over the world. We assist clients to lodge over 2,000 different types of visa applications every year. And since beginning, we have actually assisted clients from 118 different countries. We have experienced registered migration agents and lawyers capable of assisting clients in all types of visa applications. This includes employer sponsorship, student, general skilled migration, ART appeals, just to name a few. We have some of the most knowledgeable and experienced education agents in Australia who specialise in those who don't have a path to PR, in enrolling them in a course to increase their skills and education in an occupation in Australia, thus potentially creating a permanent residency pathway. After studying, our migration agents provide advice and clarity on which pathway these clients should take should they want to progress to permanent residency in Australia. You can visit us in person at our offices. However, the majority of our work is done online, where we conduct consultations, collect relevant documentation, submit applications and enrolments, and liaise directly with immigration. If you are looking for an experienced and honest migration agency, I sincerely hope you consider Pathway to Oz.
Yes, thank you so much, Marian. So guys, that is Pathway to Us. And yeah, so if you have any further, so hope you screenshot our details. So just in case in the future you wanted to go back to us, visit the website, learn more about Pathway to Us. So yeah, visit the website, okay? Yay, thank you so much, Grant. So we managed to finish our 1 hour live today. And we always have events, guys. It's always weekly event. So we have multi-streaming event. We have our TikTok live. So you make sure to follow our TikTok as well, and our Facebook page, our Instagram. We also have our YouTube and things like that. So please follow us, guys, to be notified with all our upcoming events here with Pathway to Us. And guys, thank you so much for watching us, and hope we clarify some of your concerns and continuously watching us and supporting us. Thank you so much, Brad. Anything you wanted to tell our viewers before we take off?
No, JV, just thank you. Like you just said, thank you everyone for tuning in today and to sticking with us and for sharing. Hopefully it's been worthwhile for you all, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you at the next one.
Yeah, they even saying thank you and God bless you, Brad, for sharing some knowledge with them. Thank you, guys, and see you on our next multi-streaming event. Bye.